All right, let's get right into it. We're going to talk about a huge paradox today. In a world with endless ways to learn AI, why do so many people just fail? Or worse, never even really start? Well, the answer isn't about how smart you are, it's about the very first choice you make. Let's break it down. So, where does this whole journey kick off? For most of us, it starts right here. You're excited, you're motivated, you're ready to dive in, and you pop open a browser and type something like, how to learn AI. And that top result, oh, it looks perfect. It's probably a blog post, right? Something like the 10 best AI courses for 2024. You see all the big names, the promises are huge. You think, okay, this is it. This is the roadmap to my future. But before you can even click on a single link, you get hit with this, a cookie banner. And I know it seems totally random, but this little banner, it's the perfect metaphor for the entire problem we're talking about today. I mean, just look at these options. 7 necessary cookies? Sure, whatever. 25 for preferences? Okay, getting a little weird. But 177 marketing cookies? What is that? This isn't a simple yes or no choice. It's a wall of noise, a paralyzing amount of information you have to wade through just to get to the article you wanted in the first place. And that feeling, that paralysis of choice, that is the unexpected first step for pretty much everyone trying to learn AI. Think about it, that list of 177 different options is exactly what the world of AI education feels like. There are hundreds of courses, all screaming that they're the one you need. And all of a sudden, the hardest part isn't learning AI, it's just trying to figure out where on earth to begin. Okay, so let's try to make sense of this mess. We need a map, a real map that shows the actual routes you can take, not just another endless list. On the surface, your options kind of fall into 4 big buckets, right? You've got your traditional university programs, paid professional certificates, free online stuff, and then, the wild west of just figuring it out yourself on YouTube. But here's the thing, looking at it this way is actually part of the problem. And this is where it gets really serious. According to Ravi Singh, an expert who's tracked thousands of people on this journey, the vast majority of beginners fail. Not because they're not smart enough or they don't work hard, it's because they simply chose the wrong starting point. And the data shows us exactly what goes wrong. Almost 3/4 of beginners hit what's called a too hard, too fast crash. It's that moment where the difficulty suddenly spikes and it's just completely demoralizing. The other big traps? Following a curriculum that's already out of date, or taking courses that are all theory and no actual hands-on practice. So to avoid all those pitfalls, let's just cut through the noise. Forget the hundreds of individual courses for a second. Instead, I want you to think of just 3 fundamental paths, 3 different philosophies for how to learn this stuff. First up, we have path number 1, the free explorer. This is for the person who's curious, who wants to understand what AI is all about without having to drop a ton of cash or commit months of their life. It's all about accessibility. You've got amazing resources here, like freeacademy.ai or the University of Helsinki's Elements of AI. These are built for total beginners. No coding needed. They focus on practical things you can use right away. And the best part? They are 100% free. And I mean everything, even the certificate at the end. All right, path number 2 is what we'll call the career investor. Now, this is a whole different ballgame. This isn't about casual curiosity. It's a calculated strategic move for professionals who want to use AI to get ahead and are willing to invest real money to do it. And we do mean invest. A program like MIT's Business Strategy course, for example, will set you back $3,200. So what are you buying for that price? It's not just the information, it's the credibility. You're buying the MIT brand name, and you're buying access to a powerful professional network. So what does that big price tag get you? Well, it gets you that powerful credential from a top-tier school like Oxford or Purdue. The curriculum is all about high-level business strategy, not coding. And the time commitment is built for people who already have a job, usually about 6 to 8 weeks, part-time. And that brings us to our third and final path, the guided professional. This path is for one type of person, someone whose number one goal is to get a job in the AI industry. It's structured, it's mentor-led, and it is entirely focused on one outcome, getting you hired. And this chart really shows you the massive difference in mindset here. When you're on your own, you tend to focus on just watching tutorials and finishing courses. But the guided path, it's laser focused on outputs, building real projects for your portfolio, learning how to actually deploy models, and, well, getting a job. It's the difference between collecting knowledge and proving you have the skills. So we've got our three paths: the explorer, the investor, and the professional. And this brings us to the most important question of all. Which one is right? The answer really boils down to one big idea. Skills matter more than certificates. With these three clear paths laid out, how in the world do you actually decide? What's the right move for you right now in your life? Here it is. This is the one idea that unites every single successful learning path, no matter how much it costs or who teaches it. The piece of paper is nice, but what you can actually do is what really counts. The goal isn't to collect badges for your LinkedIn profile, it's to build real, solid skills. So here's your playbook. It's just 3 steps. 1. Define your goal. Ask yourself, am I just curious? Am I trying to get better at my current job? Or am I trying to start a whole new career? 2. Assess your resources. Be real about how much time and money you can actually commit. And 3, no matter which path you choose, prioritize practical, hands-on projects. That's where the real learning happens. You know, after all this, after sifting through all the blogs and the best of lists and the expert reviews, here's the absolute truth. The perfect AI course isn't hiding on some top 10 list somewhere. The best AI course in the world is the one that fits your goals so perfectly that you stick with it. The one you actually see all the way through to the end. Success isn't about finding the perfect start. It's about choosing a path and committing to finish the race.